The Jets are going Zach to the future. After being benched the past 2 games, Zach Wilson was named the Jets starting quarterback again Wednesday by head coach Robert Saleh. Wilson led the Jets to a 4-6 record before he was pulled for Tim Boyle. On the flip side, the Vikings are not making a quarterback change. Joshua Dobbs will start this week per head coach Kevin O'Connell, who earlier said he'd be re-evaluating their QB position following 2 straight losses. Just 2 days after suffering a gruesome-looking high ankle sprain, Trevor Lawrence was not able to practice with the Jaguars. But the QB says he feels better than he thought he would and has not yet been ruled out for this Sunday. And the Cowboys are dealing with some injury concerns. At head coach, Mike McCarthy underwent appendicitis surgery Wednesday, but he's out of the hospital now and says he still plans to coach in Sunday's key rematch against the Eagles. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now.
If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or
you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXOL Central California. You heard Thursday Night Football. The Patriots, was it Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? Go figure. It'll be the Patriots and the Steelers, 4:30 this afternoon on AM 1230 KXO. Lots of things happening. There's events going on all around the Imperial Valley. And, tonight I believe it's the Great Spartan Band with a Christmas concert, Gene. So that ought to be fun, don't you think?
Now, is that at first, do they do a Christmas concert every year?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No. But
something new.
Yeah. And that will be this evening. The Great Spartan Band presents a Christmas band concert this evening. Doors open at 6:30 at the Central Union High School Amphitheater. I didn't know they had an amphitheater.
Mm-hmm. They actually do, and it's probably one of the best kept secrets.
Okay. It's free, and concessions will be available. So,
and there is really an amphitheater there, so treat yourself and go, wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. So. Okay. I'll have to check with Craig Lyon. I'm sure he would be able to tell us.
Yeah, he probably is. He might be performing in the amphitheater.
He might be.
He doesn't know it.
Okay. And if you are keeping score, Hanukkah begins at sundown today.
Okay.
8 days of gifts.
I'll mark that down.
Okie dokie. So, and I had looked all over the Imperial Valley and I could not find a Hanukkah card.
You could not find a Hanukkah card?
No, and I've tried.
You're trying too hard. That's the problem.
Okay, I could not find a Hanukkah card anywhere.
I can think of lots of times I would say, oh, there's a Hanukkah card.
Yes, okay. Well, let's see. By the way, California is running out of license plate numbers. The Department of Motor Vehicles began the 7-digit series beginning in 1980, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And all number letter combinations will run out soon. Yeah, politicians have just a few years to figure it out. Mm-hmm. In a just world, politicians would be the ones making the license plates, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tap, tap goes the little hammer.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay, something to keep them busy and out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays.
Actor Ellen Burstyn is 91. Tom Waits, singer, is 74. Actor Priscilla Barnes is 66. She was in Three's Company on TV. Announcer Ed Hall, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, 65. Actor Patrick Fabian, 58. Actor Jeffrey Wright, 58. Actor C. Thomas Howell, 57. Actor Kimberly Hebert Gregory is 51. Actor Sherry Appleby, 45. Singer Sarah Bareilles, 44. Actor Jennifer Carpenter, 44. Actor Jack Houston is 41. Coming up, local birthdays.
Hello, it's me. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to you.
Once again, Kxo Radio has made special arrangements with the North Pole to bring Santa to the Imperial Valley.
What would you like for Christmas?
Santa will be available to visit with kids by telephone on Thursday and Friday, December 7th and 8th, and again on Monday and Tuesday, December 11th and 12th, between 4 and 6 p.m. Kids of all ages are invited to call Santa at 760-352-2029. That's 352-2029. Santa is looking forward to visiting youngsters in either English or Spanish. Calls may be recorded and played back on KXO AM 1230 or FM 107.5. Call 760-352-2029 and talk directly with Santa. Our visits with St. Nick are brought to you by
360 Business Products, KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5.
We have happy birthday wishes going out to Annika Mitasinka, Henry Halkin Jr., Bethany Garcia, Mary Lopez, Carlos Zaragoza, Dan Turner, Pablo Cerda, Nina Marquez, Natasha Marquez, they're twins, Brian Mora, Corinne Caloca, Dilda McFadden, Doris Nunez, Francisco Vargas, Jonathan Harmon, Lee Heineman, Mary Hayes, Savannah Arce, Rosemary Platero, and Sylvia Aguilar. Happy birthday from KXO. And let me add one more. And happy birthday, Nora Killian. Okie dokie.
Is Nora a winter visitor?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. But we made it on the list. So we were talking about, politicians making license plates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Well, a Paraguayan official has been fired after signing a deal with a fictional country. He should have been suspicious when the envoys turned out to be a lion, a tin man, and a scarecrow.
That reminds me of something I remember reading about. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we ought to give the tin man a little oil.
Yes. WD-40 will do it.
Would do.
Okay. We've got news. Are you ready to jump in?
We have news.
World in California News is going to start it off, and it is brought to you this morning by your friends in the business, like air conditioning and custom sheet metal.
CBS News Brief. The Biden administration is warning drug makers it'll take new action if prescription prices are too high. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The administration is releasing a new framework that it says will promote competition by using so-called march-in rights on taxpayer-funded drugs. This allows the government to take over the patent of some high-priced medications.
Classes at the University of Nevada's Las Vegas are canceled indefinitely, a day after a mass shooting on campus that killed 3 people.
Now we're towards the end of the semester, and our students going to want to come back next semester, not because of UNLV, but just because of society in a whole.
The gunman killed in a shootout with police. University of Pennsylvania President Liz McGill is backtracking over what was perceived by many as a tepid response to anti-Semitism on campus when she testified on Capitol Hill Tuesday.
I want to be clear. A call for genocide of Jewish people is threatening, deeply so.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. LOCKE. That's 76093 LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. What's next for Kevin McCarthy, the Republican congressman from Bakersfield, resigning from Congress at the end of the year and won't serve the final year of his current term, saying his next chapter involves something in a new arena. McCarthy posting a video online saying he's optimistic about the future.
Traveling the country and serving with all of you, I have encountered far more people that want to build something than those who want to tear it down.
McCarthy's announcement coming 2 months after he was removed as House Speaker. Faith leaders symbolically walk across the Golden Gate Bridge, calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Faraz Khan is an imam at the Lighthouse Mosque in Oakland, saying all sides should agree that the deaths of children are tragic.
We don't want to lose sight of the fact that our humanity is at stake when we stand by complicit, seeing the unconditional, none-abetted murder of these children.
Before the march, those taking part left a pile of children's shoes. Winter weather prompting travel advisories for people headed through the High Sierra region. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
This is Mary Stoddard. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective. A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Uh-huh.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Page 1 of the local news is brought to you this morning by El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations in the valley to serve you. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, we end with a good report in the news involving a missing woman. George Gale has the story.
Margaret Ann Fifield has been missing since November 30th. It is good to report that Fifield has been found safe and unharmed. County Administrator's Office is thanking all those who provided helpful information in the search, and thank you to the Sheriff's staff for their hard work and to investigate and follow up on all the tips that they had received. Again, Margaret Ann Fifield has been safe. She is found safe and in good condition. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
In other local news this morning, road work is scheduled. George Gale explains.
Maintenance crews are doing a pavement repair until 5 p.m. today. According to Caltrans, westbound Highway 78 motorists should continue to the signalized intersection of Highway 78 and 86, then turn right onto Highway 86. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
County Board of Supervisors set a public hearing. It's been scheduled for December the 19th at 11 a.m. It'll be held in the board chambers at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. The purpose of the hearing is to consider and solicit public comments on the closeout and acceptance of the final activity completed under Community Development Block Grant, Coronavirus Relief Grant funded by the Department of Housing and Community Development. To review supporting documents and or to participate in the public hearing by providing public comment, contact the clerk of the board prior to the hearing date. KXO News Time, 7:43.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for Real Central Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Central Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
So, Carroll, do you remember the name the Daughters of the American Revolution?
I certainly do.
Part of your 8th grade studies?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that well. Very well. Well, and speaking of that, they will meet the Daughters of American Revolution on Saturday. The meeting will be held at the El Centro Public Library beginning at 10 a.m. The program includes George Scott, music and high school chorus director for the Imperial Unified School District. The chorus will sing seasonal music. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
It's time for the Make the Holidays Bright sales event at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Right now, get special offers on our adventure-ready Ford SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Come in now for a huge selection of vehicles like the 2023 Ford F-150 with 2.9% APR financing for 72 months. Let Ford make your holidays bright. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 2.9% APR for 72 months at $15.15 per month per thousand finance, regardless of down payment. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 1/2/24. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
All offers valid at Imperial County Ford dealers. And is page 2 of the Local News with weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, and of course happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. daily.
Continuing with more local news, skeletal remains are found near desert shores. George Gale has the story.
The remains were found December 3rd. They were found by a group of hikers in the Santa Rosa Mountains about 1.5 miles west of Desert Shores. It has been determined the remains are those of a Poway man in his 50s. A man has been missing for about 2 years. Officials say no foul play is suspected in the death, but they are not releasing a cause of death right now. Family of the man has been notified. A forensic pathologist and forensic anthropologist were conducting an autopsy this week to ensure nothing is missed. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Mexico's president says the minimum wage will increase next year. The president announced a 20% minimum wage increase in 2024. Beginning January 1st in most of Mexico, the minimum wage will increase to about $248 or $14.25 per day. Along the northern border, the minimum wage will increase to about 375 pesos per day, or about $21.50. For most of the country, the minimum wage will be about $1.75 per hour. The Mexican currency has risen about 10% in value against the dollar since December of 2022. And groundbreaking for the new Inner Care facility. George Gale filed this story.
The ceremony is being held this morning at 9 a.m. It'll be held at 416 Nickel Road. Facility will house the Imperial Valley's first program for all-inclusive care for the elderly, or PACE Center. 55,000 square foot facility will transform the region's healthcare landscape by introducing cutting-edge services in an environmentally sustainable facility. Intercare, formerly known as Clínicas de Salud del Pueblo, plans to provide medical, social, and wellness services for senior citizens, as well as a health clinic and pharmacy to serve patients of all ages at the corner of Neckel Road and Highway 86. Several dignitaries and stakeholders will be attending the groundbreaking ceremony this morning. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
At Burgers and Beer, Christmas is one of the most important times of the year for us. It's a time for us to stop and give thanks for our blessings and celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Let the spirit of love gently fill our hearts and homes. In this loveliest of seasons, may you find many reasons for happiness. Wishing you and your family health, happiness, peace, and prosperity this holiday season and in the coming new year. From your Burgers and Beer family.
Here's Carroll Buckley with a weather update.
The National Weather Service says a cooling trend will begin today as a couple of weak weather systems pass by just to the north of the region through early Saturday. This will push daytime highs back to normal starting tomorrow, while also bringing periods of breezy to locally windy conditions later Friday into Saturday. Slightly warmer temperatures are likely to return by early next week as high pressure sets up just to our west while dry conditions persist across the region. 79 the high in the valley yesterday, 52 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 78. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 47. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 72. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming north. Saturday, sunny with a high near 67. North wind about 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 68. Northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. And we have 55 degrees, 58% relative humidity, wind out of the south-southeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by Burgers and Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer. It's the Peanut Patch. We're going to make your holiday shopping so easy. Just visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, Donna and Pat are celebrating their 26th anniversary at the Peanut Patch. And you're going to love what you see. You see, they've been taking care of people for so many years because they do it right. They've got a great variety of gift packs, and they can ship them anywhere in the world to your friends and loved ones. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yuma time, closed on Sundays. Visit the Peanut Patch. You're going to love what you see. Pecan turtles. How about yogurt-covered peanuts? I mean, they make them right there, and you're going to love how fresh they are, how tasty they are, and when you give them as gifts, people are going to love what you give them. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. How do you get there? Google the Peanut Patch. You'll get directions. It's easy. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. You're going to love the Peanut Patch. It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. And, well, the Padres and the Yankees pulled the trigger. Juan Soto on his way to New York, the big stage for Soto, as the Yankees picked up the bat of Soto. Also included with Soto is Trent Grisham. And it's going to get crowded in the Yankees outfield. The Padres, they're getting some starting pitching. And, well, that includes Michael King and several other young pitchers that will help. In other baseball news, left-handed starter Eduardo Rodriguez and the Arizona Diamondbacks are in agreement on a 4-year contract for around $20 million a year. And infielder Jeimer Candelario and the Cincinnati Reds agreed on a 3-year, $45 million contract. We've got NFL and more coming up.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And NFL Thursday Night Football, the Patriots and the Steelers, we've got game. Yeah, it'll start at 4:30 this afternoon. NBA action last night. Cavaliers clubbed the Magic 121-111. Grizzlies growled. They beat the Pistons 116-102, but then everybody beats the Pistons. It was the 76ers whipping the Wizards 131-126. Heat hammered the Raptors 112-103. Nets nipped the Hawks 114-113. Timberwolves topped the Spurs 102-94. Bulls beat the Hornets 111-100. Rockets rolled over the Thunder 110-101. Mavericks embarrassed the Jazz 147-97. It was the Warriors over the Trailblazers 110-106. And the Clippers, they beat the Nuggets 111-102. Don't forget Thursday Night Football. It'll be the Patriots and the Steelers. Don't forget Sunday. It'll be the Las Vegas Raiders, Minnesota Vikings on FM 107.5. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
My name is Shelley Wilkinson, and I am an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Taking a look at what's shaking on Wall Street. Well, recycling palm trees could cut methane emissions and create a green alternative to plywood. I'm sorry, palms are not trees. The construction industry is among the biggest contributors to global heating and one of the toughest sectors to decarbonize. Constructing buildings and manufacturing and transporting materials accounts for about 11% of all global carbon emissions, according to the World Green Building Council. Now, Abu Dhabi-based company Desert Board says it has found a way to reduce those emissions by using waste from date palm trees. The United Arab Emirates has an estimated 4 million date palms and is the world's largest grower. And they say they can use palm tree waste left over from pruning to create a construction material named palm strand board, which can replace plywood in furniture, flooring, walls, doors, and shelves. And McDonald's has a burger strategy to spark growth in the next few years. The strategy can be boiled down to one word: more. Yeah, in the U.S. and a number of markets around the world, having a larger hamburger is on the plate for McDonald's. According to a McDonald's spokesman, we're working on that. It's not just more burger in your burger, it's more everything. The burger chain plans to open thousands more restaurants as well. So what's happening on Wall Street? Well, again, a little bit hesitation. Right now, the Dow up 33 points at 36,087. The S&P 500 up 39 points at 45.79. The NASDAQ up 155 points at 14,382. Meanwhile, gold is down $3 an ounce. Oil up 43 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 78, west wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. Tonight, clear, a low around 47, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 72, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north-northwest in the afternoon. And we are looking at 56 degrees downtown El Centro, 58% relative humidity. Wind is out of the southeast, 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security Services. Did you know they offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, and you'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Just ahead, CBS News on the hour.
On the radio, KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. The day after his Republican presidential rivals debated without him, former President Trump is in New York attending his civil fraud trial.
There's not a judge in the country that would have even taken this case. This is a witch hunt.
A witch hunt, he calls it. Legal analyst Rebecca Royfee says Trump's insistence on criticizing the judge and the process, as he did again today, sets up a possible appeal and works to his political base.
You're attacking the person who's supposed to determine the outcome of this case, and that strategy, again, is designed for a kind of public relations. If this doesn't work, I want to completely undermine and delegitimize whatever comes out of it so that nobody believes that there's any validity there. And on a certain level, I think that has worked for him and continues to work for him.
Well, just in, a Texas judge has just given a pregnant woman the okay to have an abortion in a challenge to the state's ban on the procedure. Students at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, coming to grips with the shooting on campus yesterday that left 3 people dead and 1 wounded.
It's just sad because now it's like a factor like, oh, it's another shooting. Like, that's pretty much how people look at it.
The gunman, who was shot and killed by police, has been identified as an educator in his 60s who applied for a job at UNLV but was turned down. The Biden administration today threatening some company patents in the push to lower drug prices.
A statement from the White House National Economic Advisor says, quoting here, "We'll make clear that when drug companies won't sell taxpayer-funded drugs at reasonable prices, we will be prepared to allow other companies to provide those drugs for less." The pharmaceutical industry is pushing back, saying research and development of life-saving treatments would be stifled. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Overseas correspondent Charlie Daggett reports Israel says its troops are pushing through Khan Yunis, the major city in southern Gaza.
The Israeli military says its ground forces are in the heart of the city, said to be a Hamas HQ and home to the alleged mastermind of the October 7th massacre, Yahya Sinwar.
Well, here at home, it's called Operation Bad Elf. Undercover deputies in Sacramento watching for retail theft confronted a man near a department store gift card display who they say was putting his own barcode on the cards. Daniel Steiner with the Better Business Bureau.
The consumer goes to check out. The cashier is loading, the consumer's funds to that barcode, but it's not to the physical card that the consumer is holding. It's to the card that the scammer owns.
The suspect was found with thousands of stolen cards with a value topping $3 million. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 46 points, the S&P up 31. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right. Get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
A new honor for a much-talked-about film.
Move, said the great white father.
Film fans and academics at the National Board of Review have named the 3.5-hour-long Killers of the Flower Moon Best Movie of 2023. The NBR has chosen Martin Scorsese Best Director and Lily Gladstone Best Actress.
I don't even know if you love me anymore. Of course I love you. And kill these men who killed my family.
Groups named Paul Giamatti Best Actor for Holdovers.
I can't fail this class. Oh, don't sell yourself because I truly believe that you can.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Former Jacksonville Jaguars financial employee Amit Patel is accused of stealing more than $22 million from the NFL team through its virtual credit card program. It's alleged he used the money to buy vehicles, a condo, a fancy watch, and a lot more. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.